kiss me in the morning, late at night. Long as you come through, I'ma make you come over and over. I'ma treat you like I'm supposed to. You better never make no time for these niggas. Cause when I ride, I'ma ride with you. I can't with nobody. I can't keep living like this. I can't tell her what it is and I tell her what it ain't. She know that I'm on the walls like I paint. Sometimes, yeah, I wanna give you trust, but I can't. Love coming up the rain. When they see me outside on my high roller, I'm a nigga jack when I got fly sober. And I'm like a knick-knack. 50 verse about to break off like Kit Kat. And the F's got purse like the wheels on the back. I just put lips in it. I'm still tight. What's good with y'all boys? It's your boy. Like I with a journal. Back at it again today. Today, as you can see by the title of the video, we're just going to be talking about reincarnation and the bright light. I don't know if I'm gonna put the bright light in there, but I might just put both. You feel me? So, without further ado, let's just hop right into this shit and attack this shit. So, first things first, I just want to say, bro, people don't believe that reincarnation is real. You feel me? They think that is, you feel me, pseudo. You feel me? That's not true and shit. That's why they make the phase YOLO and shit. That's why they think, yeah, YOLO. You only live once. YOLO, YOLO, YOLO. No, nigga, you don't live once. You live multiple times and shit. So if you was out here fucking up, you was doing bad shit. But your next life, you feel me? You might not get it this life, but trust me, it's gonna be there for you. Next time you come back here and shit. You feel me? So that's why they try to push YOLO so much. YOLO, YOLO, you only live once. No, bro. You can't just, you feel me? You can't just be out here living wrong and shit, bro. Because you was gonna pay for that shit. Maybe not this life. It might not come to you this life. But that next life, oh, it's gonna be there for you. You feel me? People don't believe in karma and shit. This shit is real, bro. Feel me? You say what you want, but this shit is real, bro. Karma is real. So that's why they be trying to make, you know what I'm saying, YOLO make you, you know what I'm saying, live it up, live it up, live it up. Do what you want to do what you want to do. You only live once, you only live once. Okay. So, let's talk about the bright light. So y'all know how people, when they be dying and stuff, they be saying that they see the bright light and all this stuff, right? Oh, I see the bright light. Bro, the bright light, that is your reincarnation trick right there. That's how they get you to come back to Earth and shit. You feel me? The bright light, bro, that is the hospital light that's over whoever the woman is, you feel me, having a baby at that time. That's the bright light that's hovering up that you see and shit when you die. So when you die and shit, and you see this bright light and shit, bro, that's the hospital and shit. Tricking you for you to come back and shit. You feel me? So they got the light over, you know what I'm saying? You know how they got the light over the people, over the mom and shit, over your mom and stuff? That's what people are saying when they die and stuff, when they be like, oh, I see the bright light, I see the bright light. No, bro. That's a trick for you to come back into Earth and shit, bro. You feel me? And before light even was a thing, it was darkness, bro. So light don't even exist without darkness, fool. Alright? Light don't exist without darkness. Before light, it was darkness. Before light was even a thing, bro. You feel me? So when you see the light and shit, bro, don't go to the light. You only find yourself in the darkness. You feel me? You only find yourself when you was down, you feel me? When you was depressed, when you was sad, and you came out strong and shit. You only came out strong through the darkness, bro. You can't, you feel me? Life don't begin when, you feel me? Shit is all going good for you and shit, and you feel me? Life is perfect. Bro, life start when shit get hard and shit like that, and you gotta fight back and bounce back in the darkness, bro. So you gotta go into the darkness to become the light, because you are the light, bro. You feel me? And, bro, why do you think they cut the umbilical cord when we is born and shit? Bro, that is, you feel me? That is our fucking goddamn downloads and, you feel me, who we was in our last life and shit. That's why they always cut that shit as soon as we was born. You feel me? And they want to give the baby all these type of vaccination shots and, you feel me, all this other shit. I told y'all, bro, this shit is spiritual and shit, bro. You feel me? So yeah, they might be giving, you know what I'm saying, your baby these vaccination shots for health reasons and shit. But on a spiritual level, bro, that's fucking up the baby and shit. That's making you not remember nothing and shit. When they is putting all these shots in your baby and shit, and they cut the umbilical cord, that is your connection to the spiritual world, bro. That is a cord, literally. That's the cord, bro. Feel me? That's all your downloads. That's all your, you know what I'm saying? All your Akashic records and shit, fool. Feel me? So they cut that shit. Because they don't want you to, you feel me? They don't want you to remember who you was in your past life and shit. You feel me? So, Earth is a classroom, bro. You feel me? Earth, this shit that we living in right now, this is a classroom, bro. So this is just a classroom for souls to come down here and learn. And bro, if you was here right now watching this video, you have balls, bro. You feel me? Congratulations. You got some big nuts. Because, bro, majority of souls and shit, we don't actually want to be here, bro. You feel me? And I know I'm making that seem sad and shit, bro. It's good shit about life. You feel me? To appreciate and, you feel me, enjoying shit. But majority of this shit, bro, you feel me? We gotta work. We gotta do all this type of shit, bro. Bro, nobody wanna, you know what I'm saying? Why am I even a human? You feel me? What's the point of this shit? You feel me? So souls, we don't actually even really want to be here for real. Feel me? We just want to be in 5D in heaven. I made a video about that, by the way. Y'all should go watch it. But souls, we just want to, you feel me? We just want to roam free in the spiritual realm and, you feel me? Just do what we do. But we don't actually want to be a human and shit because this planet and shit is very dense planet. Got a lot of hate. It got a lot of, you feel me? A lot of all this other shit. So before you even come here and shit, bro, you got to have some balls and shit. You feel me? Because they got, trust me, bro, there are souls out there that's watching our experiences and shit that wish that they had the balls and the courage to actually come into be a human and shit. You feel me? I hope y'all know we are spiritual beings having a human experience and shit. So you gotta have balls and shit for you to even come down here and shit. Because before we sign up for this shit, we know what's down here and shit. We know that this shit is dense. You know what I'm saying? It's very low vibration shit. You feel me? So why do you think they say, yeah, that baby been here before? You feel me? Why do you think they say that shit? You feel me? They say that shit because it's true. You feel me? You think them babies that just be coming out singing, rapping, you know what I'm saying, dancing like Michael Jackson, how do you think they was gifted with these gifts, bro? You feel me? How do you think that, you feel me? Niggas is, you know what I'm saying, prodigies, they, you know what I'm saying, they donking while they in 8 years old and shit. You feel me? Why do you think people got all these type of different gifts and talents when they is little and shit? That's because that's what they was doing in their past life. That was one of they, you know what I'm saying? One of they things that they did in their past life. So when they came back here, they kind of stayed, you know what I'm saying? It stayed with your gifts and shit. It stayed with you and shit. You feel me? But you don't know this because, like I said, they cut your umbilical cord and, you know what I'm saying? They give you all these vaccination shots and they put fluoride in the water and they got chemtrails and they got, you feel me? All this other shit, you feel me? For you to fuck up your body and fuck up your vibration and shit. So you was not going to remember nothing. You feel me? Because we drinking fluoride. They put fluoride in the water. You feel me? I don't use fluoride toothpaste no more. You know what I'm saying? I actually use a different type of toothpaste that don't have no fluoride in it. You feel me? So they give us, you know what I'm saying? They do all this shit so we don't remember nothing about our past lives and shit. So you think that Michael Jackson and shit, you feel me? These babies, they is coming out the womb. They is doing the Billie Jean and, you feel me? They is doing all these types of stuff that's not what Buddy was doing in his last life. You feel me? I want y'all to go look up, and it's just two people that I know off the top of the rip. I know there's multiple, but do your research, bro. But go look up Jay-Z in 1939, bro, and tell me that's not Jay-Z now. Go look up Nicki Minaj in 1840, I think. You feel me? And go look that up, bro. You will actually see that these celebrities and shit, they was other people and shit back then too. Feel me? And they came back. You feel me? Nicki Minaj was a princess way back in like the 1800s and shit. I don't know what Jay-Z was, but he was there in the 1930s and shit, doing what he was doing. I don't know if he was rapping in the 1930s or what, but he was on Earth and shit. You feel me? So go look up some of these people. I just named a few that I know off the top of the rip, but there's plethora of people that's out here that look just like how they look. They look just like this person from back then. Look just like him. You can't tell me that's not Jay-Z. You can't tell me that's not Nicki Minaj. You feel me? They got a whole bunch of actors and shit that they got pictures of people in the 1800s that came back that's looking like. My video had ended up cutting me off because it had overheated and shit. I don't know why they is. I know why they is doing this shit because they want me to buy the new iPhone that's coming out. You feel me? I think I got a 15 Pro Max. So they want me to get a new iPhone and shit. So that's why my phone keep overheating. You feel me? Even if some of my other videos and shit, like I told y'all, they were cut off and shit. But I'm just gonna have to make this to an iMovie because I'm not restarting all this shit. You feel me? And I got it sideways anyway, so we good. So I could just go ahead and edit it. But I don't really like to edit my videos and shit. I just like to, you feel me? I just keep it raw and unfiltered and shit. So I don't like to edit my videos because I don't want to, you feel me, act like I'm not, you feel me, on track and shit. You feel me? So I don't really like to even edit my videos and shit. I just like to go ahead and make them all into one and shit. You feel me? But my iPhone had ended up cutting off and shit because they want me to get a new iPhone and buy the new iPhone 19 or whatever it is out. You feel me? To me, it's gonna do the same thing. It's gonna be able to FaceTime. It's gonna be able to call. It's gonna be able to message. So I don't really even get a new phone until my dad or something mentioned it, and I'll be like, you want to buy me a new phone? He'd be like, you want a new phone? I'm like, all right, yeah, well, I'll get a new phone. It's cool. But I don't ever even be wanting new phones and shit. I still got old phones and shit. Like, I know I'm getting a little bit off topic, but like I got this one and shit still, and I got another one in there. So I got like 3 phones, bro. I mean, I never even used this one in a long time, but I mean, I still got it and shit because, like I said, I don't even be asking for new phones and shit because they all do the same thing. Feel me? But back to where we was at. I think we was talking about famous people and Nicki Minaj and shit. Bro, go look up some of these old people back then. Like I said, look up Jay-Z in 1939. Tell me that's not Jay-Z right now. But like I was talking about, y'all don't think that these, you know what I'm saying, some of these people got these gifts and shit for no reason? Like, bro, I be writing and shit, right? You feel me? I didn't bring my journal to a few people and shit, but they all told me that I was a powerful writer. You feel me? My dad told me that. You feel me? A whole bunch of people that told me that they like my journal, they like my writings and shit. You feel me? So, to my knowledge, that mean that in my past lives and shit, I was probably doing the same thing. I was probably writing. I was probably an author of some sort. You feel me? How do you think that these 7-year-old, 8-year-old kids, you know what I'm saying, they be geniuses and shit? You feel me? Babies doing, you know what I'm saying, math problems at 1 year old, bro. It's because in their past life, they was a genius. So that shit transfer over and shit. You feel me? And you feel me? I like to consider myself a certified writer now. Feel me? Because how I be writing and shit, bro, if I could, you feel me? I can, but bro, if I could just sit here and just read y'all my journal and shit, y'all would be intrigued. I feel like y'all really be intrigued by it and shit. You feel me? Bro, I be writing, nigga. You feel me? I might have to give me a, you know what I'm saying? I might have to give me a fancy pen or some shit. You feel me? Just so I can write with some more swag. You feel me? And some more lore. But I mean, this the pen that I be using. It's the pen that I be using now and shit. But I might have to go ahead and give me a fancy pen since I'm a certified writer now. So I probably need a little bit more swag on my writings and shit. Just give it some more flavor. You feel me? But let's talk about something else. So you don't think that your birthday is significant, bro? You think out of all these days, nigga, you think that you just came back on this day for this reason? You feel me? I was born on June 9th. But why wasn't I not born on June? I could have easily been born on June 8th. I could have been born on, you feel me? I could have been born in 2004, but I'm born in 2003. So y'all don't think y'all birthday is significant? I actually got me a birth chart reading. You feel me? Shout out to RFG. I'm still waiting on the $60. You know what I'm saying? I'm still waiting on that for you to hit me back up, big fella. You know what I'm saying? You say you was gonna pay me back. You feel me? You say you had needed that and shit. You still ain't pay me back. You feel me? You still love and shit, but bro, I'm still waiting on my $60 that I had sent you and shit because you said you had needed it. Remember? But I mean, it is what it is, bro. You feel me? It's all love, but I'm still waiting on that $60. You feel me? By the way, shout out to RFG. But I actually got a birth chart reading and shit, and this nigga was speaking facts. That nigga knew who the fuck I was just by my birthday, nigga. He knew, you know what I'm saying? He knew shit about my dad. He knew my sister's birthday and shit. Remind y'all, I don't even know this man. This man don't know me. But just by him knowing my birthday and what time, the day I was born, all right, bro, this shit had ended up overheating again. But like I said, this man knew my dad. He knew my dad was in the military just by looking at my birth chart and breaking down, you know what I'm saying, the Taurus, Venus type shit. I mean, bro is nice, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro is nice. But, shit, what was I finna? Yeah, your birthday and shit. And by the way, bro, the soul wants to be everything. You know what I'm saying? I know the ego and the pride, you know what I'm saying? I want to say that I was always a man in my lifetime, but, bro, it's a strong possibility that in one of these other lifetimes, I could have been a female. You know what I'm saying? like I said, the ego and shit, like, yeah, bro, I don't want to come back as no girl. You feel me? I don't want to come back with no vagina. You know what I'm saying? I always want to be a man and shit. But the soul wants to experience everything. The soul ain't about ego and, you feel me, dick and balls and shit, bro. The soul want to be everything. So it ain't, who knows, nigga? I could have been a fucking dark-skinned dude my last life. You feel me? To experience how it is to be a dark-skinned dude, I could have been, you feel me? I could have been a white dude or some shit. You feel me? The soul don't have no gender, bro. The soul does not have a gender, by the way. I hope you know that. Like I told y'all about the, you know what I'm saying, the symbolism of God, of goddesses. The soul is masculine and feminine, bro. So you gotta balance that shit out. Feel me? So it could make one. Feel me? So the soul don't have no gender, by the way. You just get a gender and shit when you come to experience what you're supposed to experience. So you choose what you feel me? Choose what the best gender is for your role, my guy. But I think that's about it on that video, bro. Like I said, bro, the bright light, that is the hospital light that you see when you was finna be reincarnated into reality, bro. Feel me? So that's why you have to learn what you can learn while you was here on earth right now, so you don't get tricked when it's time to go, when it's time for you to go ahead and get the fuck on out of here. Feel me? That's why you gotta learn what you were supposed to learn, you feel me, on earth right now. So when you die and it's time to go into the afterlife, you don't have these problems. You don't think that going into the light is all good and gravy. Feel me? You gotta go into the darkness, bro. Feel me? So if it's light and it's darkness, and you see this light over here, this way, this left side, your ass need to turn back around. You feel me? You dead, and you see this light over here, and you is, oh my gosh, look at this light. It's so pretty. That's a trick, bro. So if you see this light over here on this left side, and you see the pitch black darkness on this side, it might be scary and shit, but you need to go ahead and go this way, bro. Feel me? Because you the light, bro. You gonna shine through the darkness and shit. And that's gonna take you on and back home, bro. You feel me? But if you go the other way, the light way, you's gonna come back and shit. Like I said, don't nobody wanna be here, bro. Feel me? Don't nobody wanna be here on earth. You gotta have some balls and shit. You gotta be a strong soul for you to even be here on earth right now. Because it's a lot of souls that just free roam around and shit, and they just be spirits and shit, but they don't want to actually come into the physical and shit. They just want to either, you know what I'm saying, experience it through you when you come back and shit. Like, I hope y'all know that y'all got a soul team, and you know what I'm saying, these spirit guys and shit, they is living through you, you know what I'm saying? So there's experience that you go through and shit, you was gonna be able to go back there and, you feel me, you really gonna, when you die and shit, you really gonna come back like you that nigga, you feel me? Because nobody really want to come here and shit. So you was really doing all the dirty work for your spirit team, for your spirit guys and shit, because they chose you for you to come down here and shit, because you actually had the balls and the courage, and you know what I'm saying, you was strong enough to go through this shit, bro. Feel me? But I think that's about it on that video, bro. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this shit off before it end up overheating again. They want me to get a new iPhone, but I'm not getting one. You feel me? But I don't think it's nothing that I missed that I wanted to talk about. I think I had, you know what I'm saying, I want to talk about how you could be other genders and shit, by the way. But like I said, I want to, you know what I'm saying, I want to say that, yeah, bro, I always been a man, but it's a possibility that I could have been a woman in one of these other lives. Feel me? I don't know when, you feel me, I died, or you feel me, when I decided to come back and shit. Could have died in 1920s or some shit, and I could have just came back now in 2003 and shit. Could have been living in the 1700s, and now I came back. Now, I hope y'all know, now is where it's at now. So everybody that's powerful, that's, you feel me, they is here on earth right now. This is the best time for you to come back to earth and shit. Because they got, you know what I'm saying, social media, they got all this type. It's the age of Aquarius, bro. You feel me? So this is the best time to be here on earth right now. Feel me? And like I said, oh, I miss this too, bro. Why do y'all think babies, when they be coming out the womb, why do you think they be crying and yelling and shit? You feel me? Because they know they was tricked into coming back into here. You feel me? It ended up cutting off again, bro. The shit said that it keep overheating, bro. I don't know what's, you feel me? Whatever, bro. But why do y'all think these babies be coming back crying and shit? They be yelling, they be screaming. You feel me? Because they know that they was tricked into coming back here and shit. That's why they be coming out the womb crying and shit. You feel me? Because they know they is in hell now. Feel me? So they is crying, they sad and shit. But me, on the other hand, I actually just found this out recently, a few weeks ago. My parents actually told me this shit. You feel me? Like I said, when I be reading my dad my journal and shit, I be getting other stories and, you feel me, other information out of him too as well. So they had told me that when I came out the womb, I was quiet. Like, I didn't cry. I was quiet. They actually thought that something was wrong with me and shit. Feel me? Cause my mom, she had already lost a kid before me and shit like that. My brother, his name was Malik and shit. But he ain't never, feel me, he ain't make it. Feel me, he was a miscarriage and shit like that. He had ended up, when Hurricane Katrina hit, bro, they had ended up, like I think my mom said she had his body? I don't know. But he was buried in like a picture frame or something like that. But the hurricane had ended up, you know what I'm saying, taking him away and shit. But I didn't come back crying and shit. So they thought that, you feel me? They thought that something was wrong with me and shit. So my mom was, you feel me? She was worried. She was, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's wrong? Why he not crying? Why he not crying? But then the doctor had ended up smacking my head and shit like that. And then I started crying and shit. Feel me? But that's about it on that video. It's your boy, Like I With a Journal. I see I got my Nerf gun with me and shit. Hey. And we get that money and we got that swag. Pull up on a fuck boy, then I die. And your girl always on my fucking jock. Yeah, we got that swag and we do not stop. Yeah, we beat them niggas. Yeah, we beat them boys. Yeah, your girl nasty cause she play with toys. And I bust his brain like a fucking Come through your block with that fucking scope. Cut a pussy boy by his throat. And I shoot a nigga in his fucking face. Fuck your breath, bitch, your shit stink. And we get that cheese and we get it up. Pussy nigga, I'm not talking about no V-Bucks. Let me get my ass out of here, bro. But it's your boy, Like I With a Journal. And y'all stay safe out this bitch, man. And peace, bro.